Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be predicting NFL Week 12. We've got plenty to talk about, plenty to predict, so we're going to get straight into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you'll get notified anytime I upload a video. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's predict NFL Week 12. We're going to start off with Thursday Night Football tonight, which is the Bills versus the Texans. The Bills should win this 31-17. At the time of recording this video, CJ Stroud is not going to play, which leads me to believe way more that the Bills are going to win this game. Dude, from here, the Bills are only just going to get better and better and better. You saw that they beat the Buccaneers last week. A huge win. They are going to climb the ladder, hopefully take back the AFC East. But either way, the Bills will win this game just because I don't see Davis Mills beating the Bills. Now we have the Chiefs versus the Colts, and this one's actually going to be interesting. Call me crazy, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. Look, I know how dominant the Colts have been. I know how dominant the Colts, and especially Jonathan Taylor, have been against teams this year. But dude, I would rather bet on the Chiefs than bet against them, man. And it's in Arrowhead, which leaves me to believe further that the Chiefs will eventually win this, because I assume that the Chiefs will have somewhat of a plan for Jonathan Taylor. They'll have a plan to stop the passing game, or just in general the Colts offense. And defensively, I don't think the Colts are good enough to stop the Kansas City offense, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Now we have the Seahawks versus the Titans. This is all going to be one take. I feel like they put this game together just to spite the Titans and just to spit right in their face. The Seahawks are going to win this like 34-7. Now we have the Packers versus the Vikings. Look, part of me really wants to take Minnesota here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with the Packers like 20-17. In no way, shape, or form do I think the Packers offense is good enough to win a Super Bowl right now, but they're sure as hell is better than the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings have looked terrible these past couple weeks. J.J. McCarthy can't hit water if he fell out of a boat. The defense is slipping up. It's just a mess right now for the Vikings. I don't see any way that I can pick the Vikings here. I'm going to go with the Packers. Again, 20-17. Now we have the Jets versus the Ravens. This is going to be an absolute massacre, dude. I'm going to pick the Ravens like 34-14. The Jets will be lucky to score 14 points, man. Look, as of right now, Tyrod Taylor is going to be their starter, which does not help their case at all, but they do have to try anything at this point. The Ravens are red hot right now. They've won like, I think 4 in a row now at this point with Lamar back. Definitely helps, but again, this is not even going to be close. Now we have the Giants versus the Lions. The Lions will win this, but it's going to be closer than people think. It's going to be 27-17. The Lions have struggled right now on defense and offense to really get pressure on the quarterback and to just generate a lot of yards. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery have struggled in recent weeks. However, the Giants are starting Jameis Winston, so it leads me to believe the Lions will win. But again, Jameis Winston can put up points. It's not like he can at all. Now we have the Steelers versus the Bears. This one's going to be kind of entertaining, I'm not going to lie. However, I will have to go with the Steelers here just because their defense has been playing a lot better in recent weeks, and the Bears' offense has been looking kind of lackluster, especially last week versus the Vikings. Like, if the Steelers can shut down all of the Bears' receivers, like, Caleb will have nowhere to go. Like, DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monunga is not going to cut it. And the Steelers' offense, as much as I don't want to admit it, like, have looked pretty solid this year. So, I am going to go with the Steelers, but it will be a close 27-23 ball game. Now we have the Patriots versus the Bengals, and at the time of recording this video, Joe Burrow is a full participant in practice, and he will play, but Jamar Chase is suspended. But either way, I am going with the Patriots, even if Joe Burrow is back, their defense is in no shape to stop this Patriots offense, especially with how it's looked lately. I can't pick the Bengals here. Like, there's no reason for me to pick the Bengals here because, again, they do not have a defense to stop this dominant Patriots offense. Now we have the Browns versus the Raiders. Jeez, who put this game together? But Browns win 19-17. Shedeur Sanders will throw for 2 touchdowns, barely over 200 yards. And the Raiders will again continue to struggle on offense as they have multiple times this year. Myles Garrett will get at least 3 sacks. It'll be the same story over and over again with these 2 bad teams. But the Browns will come out on top again, 19-17. Now we have the Jaguars versus the Cardinals. This is probably the hardest one. Like, I don't have a pick yet. I will have to go with Jacksonville, though. It's actually going to be 23-20. It's going to be a very, very entertaining game. I just feel like the Cardinals don't have the defense right now to stop the Jaguars' offense, who put up 35 points against the Chargers last week. I do expect the Cardinals to put up some points because they proved last week that they can. Trey McBride will go off. Jacoby Brissett will have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns, but I just don't see them keeping up with the Jaguars quite yet. I will predict them to win, again, 23-20 on a Cam Little game-winning field goal. Now we have the Eagles versus the Cowboys. I'll take the Eagles to win this 27-20. It's going to be in Dallas, though, but this Eagles team can literally not be beaten. I know I'm not sounding humble right now, but again, like I said last week, and they did end up beating Detroit. No matter who you put up against, we'll always just find some way to win. However, we know how good this Dallas offense is. We know that Dak is going to throw up some touchdowns on us, so our offense is going to have to do the same, man. We cannot go into this game with our offense looking how it's looked these past 2 games. Did you know the Eagles have only put up 26 points in 2 games? Like, that's not good. So the Eagles, I am led to believe, are going to fix these issues, hopefully, and Dallas will be left speechless when our defense, or if our defense is able to stop them. Quinyon Mitchell, put them on CeeDee Lamb, and put Cooper DeJean on George Pickens, and watch the magic work. Now we have the Saints versus the Falcons. I cannot believe the NFL is going to make us watch Tyler Shuck versus Kirk Cousins. However, I am going to go with the Falcons here just because I just think they have the better team. Bijan's going to go absolutely off. You know, the Saints are going to struggle on offense. They're going to slip up on defense. The usual Saints. But this game is going to be absolutely horrible, boring. It's going to be like a 27-13 ball game. I am convinced that the Falcons will put up points. And now we have Sunday Night Football, which is the Rams versus the Buccaneers. This is going to be an absolute dogfight. I am going to go with the Rams here, 38-35. This game is going to be insane. Bucky Irving will be back for the Buccaneers. But I just think the Rams right now have a little bit more juice on offense, and the Buccaneers aren't as good as the Rams defensively. I don't think either. The Rams will get some stops, but so will the Buccaneers at certain points. But I just think the Buccaneers are a little too injured right now to try to compete with this Rams team, so I am going to go with the Rams. And now we are on to Monday Night Football, which is the Panthers versus the 49ers. You guys ready for this? The Panthers will win 25-21. I just have that gut feeling that the Panthers are going to come out on top here. Bryce Young, if he plays like he played last week, I have no doubt that he'll beat the 49ers. And plus, this is an injury-riddled 49ers team. I know they've proved me wrong a couple weeks in a row, but I just cannot trust the 49ers right now. I'm not betting on them. So I'm going to go with the Panthers here. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 12 NFL predictions. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to show support. You know, I appreciate any of the support that you can provide to grow and develop and continue to get these videos out to you guys. You know, I enjoy what I do. You know, I enjoy all of this. I enjoy put the smiles all in your faces. So without further ado, I'm going to get this whipped up so you guys can watch it. And I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload an amazing video. Peace.